Fa-fu, phonies, babu, bonies, welcome, Catsmas, something, blah. I want to eat and I want to smoke. Bring me presents and rhino.
Stuck in a rut, you wanna die. Bought off all these scissors on government lists. They won't even fly. Bought off a bunch of those. The future is near, happy to be here. Bought off all dreams come true. Space on the moon, just last lagoons. Bought off was watching you.
Congenital toxoplasmosis.
Gather around, Spurgs. It's that special time of year again where you start making plans with your family, they cancel them, and you consider committing suicide. So I thought I'd read you this book, but I'm gonna read it my way. This one's called The GRINT Who Stole Catsmas.
Ultra Spontaneous said, yay, more cat content. Well, good news. You're banned forever, you fuck loser. How about that? Now no cat content, now no content. Well, you can have all the content you want. You just have to sit in the chat and shut the fuck up now. Forever. Anyone else want to complain on the night I'm just fucking around on my channel? Well, I don't even work Wednesday nights, you fucking fat. So take your ass somewhere else with that attitude. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Every whoish who down in Lakeland liked Hanukkah a lot, okay? But the GRINT, who lived just north of Lakeland, did not.
Often take these off, you know, on account of the wonky eye.
The GRINT hated Hanukkah, the whole Hanukkah season. Now, press 1 in chat if you don't know the reason.
Press 1 in the chat if you are familiar with the fact that I tend to have a bit of a distrust for the host. Press 2 if somebody telling you that I might not like host would be a complete mind-blowing fact to you. Holy shit, really? Is he... I didn't know he said those things about hoops before. You always knew how I felt about city folk. You know that I truly know in my heart that you people are insidious. You are parasitic and disingenuous. Rootless, international cabal of people who only serve their... You have very terrible tendencies.
It could be his eyes weren't screwed in right. It could be, perhaps, that he was alt-right. But I think that the most likely reason of all may have been that his heart was a couple of tree sizes too small. It's like, you know that thing on The Sopranos where Tony ate the gabagool? But whatever the reason, his heart or his eyes, he stood there Catsmas Eve, increasing in size, staring down from his duplex with squinting, grinting eyes at the warm-lit menorahs below the sunrise. For he knew every cat down in Lakeland beneath was playing with who's as he grit his dead teeth. And they're coughing up fur balls, he snarled with a sneer. Tomorrow is Catsmas, it's practically here. Then he neighed from the bones he was nervously slurping. I must find some way to stop this alarm from chirping. For tomorrow the Who's would get dealt a plethora. I need their coins, let's go, felted, etc. He called up the boys. Oh, the boys. That's one thing he still had. The boys. But the Who's had their cats, enjoying fancy feast. And they'd feast, and they'd feast, and they'd feast. They would feast on Whoish kugel and Whoish pastrami, which the Grint hadn't had since the death of his mommy. I miss you. I know you're down there watching me, Mom. I love you, Mom. And then they'd do something he hated the most. Every Whoish in Lakeland and down the Gulf Coast would stand with their cats while the Grint was stewing. They'd stand hand in paw, and the cats would start mewing. And they'd mew, and they'd mew, and they'd mew.
I'm gonna end up fucking eating my gun if I don't shut this fucking door. I can't fucking take the meowing anymore.
And the more the Grint thought of this Whoish cat fling, the more the Grint thought, I must stop this whole thing. Dink, 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 dink. Why, for 40 years I've put up with it now. I must stop this Whoish happiness. But how? Then he got an idea. An awful idea. The Grint got a awful idea. I know just what to do. The Grint hacked in his throat, and he threw on a t-shirt and his stinky sport coat. And he grumbled and rumbled. Those pesky Who's shunned me. But if I steal their cats and start a GoFundMe, I'll get their chocolate coins. And the Grint checked his account, but without super chats, 0 was the amount. By the way, send in your super chats, okay? Did that stop the old Grint? No. The Grint simply said, if I can't make a living, I'll grift one instead.
You're a jobber, Mr. Grint. You really are a heel. You're a mark-believing work shoots. You think kayfabe's fucking real, Mr. Grint. Your gimmick's a cheap pop using cats that you steal. You're a spinster, Mr. Mersh. Your cats will get you trolled. Your brain's filled with parasites. You're a toxoplasmic mold, Mr. Grint. You've never been younger than 39 and a half years old.
So he grabbed his cats, Louis Fats and Judge Clarence Biscuits, and he shilled them on YouTube to all the autistics. Then he hung up a green screen and put on a suit that showed off his triangle, however acute. Then the Grint said tink tink and turned on his webcam and waited for the Who's cats to start his pet scam.
Anyway, Nika says, I have to... Oh, yeah, I do. I have a little... It's a combination of cat hair and cigarette ash. I just got to fucking douche this house after I get rid of this cat.
With the food in his traps, his stream went on air. All the Who's were asleep. No one saw. No one cared. So he begged over on Twitter for his fans to share. This is somehow your fault, the old Grint tweeted out, and he climbed to his feet and he begged for more clout. Then he tiptoed in sock feet, a man on a mission. He'd steal pregnant cats and turn all the Who's Christian. He got stuck in a cat flap a moment or 9. Louis pulled his head. Clarence pushed from behind. Inside the Who house, dreidels laid out on the floor. These dreidels, he grinned, go straight out the door. Then he lumbered and lunked while checking his Twitter around the Who house, and he stepped in cat litter, catnip and cat collars and a cat condo, a small cat bed, and one big as Rolando. And he stuffed them in bags. Then the GRINT, the old schemer, stuffed the cat toys one by one in his Beamer.
You're a vampire, Night Daddy. You have dead teeth in your smile. You have all the gender strangeness of an autogynephile, Mr. GRINT. Given a choice between Blair White and Jesse, you would pick the world's greatest guy. Wait, me? Really? Are you sure?
Ask most women and most men if they'd rather fuck Blair White or Jesse from Podawful. I'm pretty sure the majority of them probably tell you Jesse.
You're a cat lady, Mr. GRINT. You're a jack of zero trades. You're a crooked-eyed old maiden, and your genitals are spayed, Mr. GRINT. You're a 3-minute Peacock doc star with no clout, and you've got feline AIDS.
Hey, hang on a sec, okay? Then he waddled to the pantry. The Who's food was fleeced. He stole all the dry food. He stole Fancy Feast. He cleaned out the pantry while chugging a whiskey. Why, that GRINT even stole their last can of Friskies. Then he stuffed all the food in his pocket so fat. And now, grinned the GRINT, I will steal their Who cat. And the GRINT looked around, and he checked in the hall, and he heard a wail like a deflating beach ball. He turned around fast, and he saw a kitty, little Marge the fat cat. The GRINT was now giddy, but his crossed eye caught something that made his heart swirl. Looks like the Bad Luck Boys were now adding a girl. She stared at the GRINT and he said, "We'll be rich. If not, I can throw you into a ditch." But you know, that old GRINT was so dumb and so drunk, he thought up a plan as quick as you thunk. "Why, my sweet little cat," the GRINT said while smitten, "you can get more cash if you're pregnant with kittens. I'll make the GoFundMe, share my sincerity, then drop you off at the local cat charity." And his fib formulated. He grabbed the cat and he stole her some milk, and then that was that. And when Marge the fat cat met the rest of the boys, she tore up the GRINT's car and made such a noise. But the last thing he took was the chip from inside her. With the microchip gone, the Who's wouldn't find her. On their walls, he left nothing but a grim reminder. He extinguished their candles and left up a text that read, "Celebrate Catsmas, or you will be next." Then he did the same thing throughout the Whoish hills, leaving drawings that looked like funny windmills.
You're a grifter, manslave Mersh. You're the queen of simple simps. Your heart stopped from smoking dabs. Your crossed eyes got a glimpse, Mr. GRINT. simply so putridly disgusting. It's literally unreal. I'm pretty sure that even the ghetto gaggers from the strip club wouldn't touch you if you fucked and sucked off their pimps or something. I don't even know. You stink is the point. You're a loser. You're a cam girl. Call her Mersh. Show me kitties, titties, punked. Your pants filled with premature squirt. You're limp because you're drunk, Mr. GRINT. The 3 words that best describe your acute triangle are, and I quote, shrink, shrank, shrunk.
You wash your hands. You turn the page. You wash your hands. It was the dawn, which is noon for the GRINT. Just adjust my chair here. You know, it was dawn, which is noon for the GRINT. All the who's still a snooze when he left in a sprint. Packed up his car with their cats, their kittens, their felines. Packed their pets up for the duplex, made a beeline. $1,000, the GoFundMe was ready. He rode with his low dreaming steak and spaghetti.
I know the funny joke, you got a 3rd cat, but no, I do believe that my vision is, which is to have a revolving 3rd cat and always be helping a new one and get him somewhere. So Marge does have to go eventually. 3 cats fucking got him. There's no way. Listen, I'll tell you one thing. Moving on from this. It's my last point. And I think you guys can understand this above all else. I'm dead without this cat thing. If this Bad Luck Boys thing doesn't float and build a brand and get your boy, you know, an income that's normie money, ad money, you know, like we used to get back in the day before the culture war. I'm dead. So you know what? No, Marge has to go. Marge has to go because if Marge doesn't go, then the grift has to go. I can't just keep, like, I'm not going to become one of these fucking fat white women that just goes like, give me money for the cats I have that I committed to a long time ago and still haven't figured out my fun. No. You got to keep there always has to be a new cause, boys. Come on, wake up. If we don't always have a new cute cat that we're pulling out of a cold puddle and getting them into a fucking rescue and getting them fucking, you know what I mean, and finding pregnant cats, then there's nothing. And then it's just a guy with 3 cats posting videos and nobody gives a fuck about. We gotta grow the channel. You grow the channel by growing the numbers. I'm gonna help so many fucking cats, it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna be 100 Marges by next year. The more fucking cat pictures and videos we can post that are like later on in happy fucking situations down the road, then it's just a guy with 3 cats.
Bye-bye to the who's, laughed the grifterly fat ass. They're finding out now the true meaning of cat's mess. They're just waking up. I know just what they'll do. They'll donate their coins and bring me revenue. Then the who's down in Lakeland will all cry, boo-hoo.
Yeah, Marge will not be permanently mine, hopefully, but we you know, again, once I take care of the vet stuff and everything, I think it'll be good. She'll be good. LOL, Mersh is passively aggressively begging for donations, LOL. And I just wrote, and I'll get them. How does that make you feel? Oh, we already know. Furious. Look at me. I know you feel deep down that I'm grifting off these cats, but the cats have cost me everything. frankly. So nobody thinks I'm grifting that knows me personally. But yeah, I will lean on the audience, and I will be like, yo, throw in a few $100, because now I gotta get this big spade and neutered and butter. Oh, that's great. It's gonna be fun. Die mad. That's my advice to you. Die fucking mad. I am a grifter. I'm a grifter. A GoFundMe will be posted. Any overages, if the bill is smaller than what we make, it's going to a kitten place. Right. I'm grifting.
Ha! And then, grinned the Grint, I'll put their coins in stocks. So he paused, and the Grint checked his email inbox. And he did hear a sound, a notification. Feeling quite brazen, he checked the donation. But the sound wasn't coins. Why, this sound was a message. It couldn't be so. 'Twas a kitten place presage. He stared down at the email. The Grint crossed his eyes. Then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise. Every Reddit tranny troll, the tall and the small, contacted the cat people just for a lull. They wouldn't work with the Grint at all, not once. They knew he's a dunce. They saw through his stunts.
Welcome aboard. That's a great start to a show, eh? Welcome to Nightwave Radio. I'm your host, Mersh, and I just realized, as we went live, that I'm out of liquor. My brain is... Oh, God. Welcome to the show, guys. It's Nightwave Radio. I'm your host, Mersh. With no liquor. Not a fucking drop. I even went to a store that sells liquor and bought beer. I didn't even think, hey, you're out of liquor. My brain is fried, bro. My sleep's not great. This cat's driving me fucking nuts. We'll get to that in a second. Let's do a dab. Jim says just order some booze. I'm not, no, man. I'm not. It's the holidays, dude. I'm not really making great money right now. I'm trying to tighten up. I'm trying to spend less money on dumb shit like gambling and DoorDash, not more. It didn't get a lot of sleep last night because of the yowling, and didn't get a lot of rest. Okay, see this guy, you see you overdo it too quickly. Dude, if you're gonna troll in the chat, don't get, you're so hungry for it that you guys come out like, like relax, bro, be subtle. I get a message last night. So-and-so is going to be in touch tomorrow. They're the rescue. Just coordinate with them. Are you able to drive out to them? I'm like, yeah, it's not a problem. I'll bring the kitty out. Let's do it. So I finally get some rest, whatever, this morning. Get a little bit of sleep. Shut up. I hate this cat already. I hate this cat already. So... I get up today. To my phone, I see a message from the rescue. Hey, this is so-and-so. I'm the one that's going to be the foster for this cat, whatever, blah, blah, blah. She's being extra annoying now. She was fine all day. Now she's being extra annoying. So fucking annoying. Let me shut this fucking door. I'm gonna end up fucking eating my gun if I don't shut this fucking door. I can't fucking take the meowing anymore. I'll be right back. Even with the door shut, I hear it. This is fun. So he said, wait for the shot, wait for it. No. I'm not yelling at the cat. I'm not mad at the cat. I just had to go shut the door, turn the air up, because she's driving me nuts. So I get up today, I'm checking my messages, and I see a message. Hey, I'm the rescue, I'm the foster, whatever. Let me know what's going on with this pregnant cat. We'll go ahead and link up. I said, cool. Now me being a fucking idiot, I'm an idiot for this. I shouldn't have said this. I blew it myself with this. I said, okay, we'll set everything up. I'll chip in on the vet stuff. We'll coordinate this. I said, the only thing is, I said, not 100% positive this one's pregnant. It's like the last one I brought you guys definitely was pregnant. Definitely appreciate the help on that. I'm like, this one, I'm not seeing any. Now she's been in my house for the night. So now I've been able to like hold her and like look at her and stuff and examine her. And I'm like, I don't see like the swelled titties. I don't see she's chunky. And her stomach is very twitchy, which could be babies kicking, but also she just has minor parasites. So I'm like, I'm not 100% certain this cat's pregnant. And right away, this chick just shuts me down, and she's like, "Oh, we're only taking the cat if it's pregnant." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" They're like, "Yeah, they'll make special considerations and shit for you if they're pregnant because obviously we want to get a pregnant cat off the streets because that takes precedence, and because most people won't take them, so we usually take them. But if it's just a regular adult cat, I don't have room." Oh. Cool. Well, I can't sign a fucking certificate of authenticity that this cat's pregnant. I suspect she might be, but she might not be. So I'm like, this is fantastic. So now I have to take this cat to a vet and find out if she's pregnant. And here's where the fun part comes. Called my vet. So what's the earliest you can get me in? I need to get this done ASAP. Tuesday fucking morning is the earliest I can get a vet appointment. So that's my life right now. Not sure what I'm going to do here, but not keeping this cat. That's absolutely not going to happen. This might end up having to be like, we'll have to see, man. But if I can't find somebody to adopt this cat, man, this may have to be a TNR. I'm not keeping her. Might have to put her right back out, which it doesn't feel good, but kind of sucks. They just left me fucking with my dick flapping in the wind, and I don't know what to fucking do. Like they're like, oh yeah, no, we're not taking it now. I'm like, oh cool. So I did a thing based on what was told to me by somebody else giving me their word, and now. Yeah, great. So, David Joshua said, can Royce take her? I don't think now's a good time to ask Royce or Marie to take in a new pet. You know what I mean? And I'm sure if they do get a pet, they'll go about it their own way. You know what I mean? And plus they're not cat people. They're dog people. So, yeah, I wouldn't ask somebody who just lost their beloved dog 2 months ago, a month ago. I wouldn't ask that person like, hey, fucking, you wanna get that? I jokingly said it on the air one time. I was like, hey, if you're in the market for a nice little white cat, I know one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm tired. I'm so tired and frazzled. I forgot to buy booze. I'm out of it tonight, so we're gonna try to get through this show. But I'm so fucking stressed out right now because now I gotta take this thing to the vet. It's a female, not a male. So if I do pay to get her spayed, it's gonna cost like 2-3 times what it costs to get a male cat neutered. Plus, she's an adult cat, so she should have been spayed a long time ago. So it's gonna be, when they're bigger, it's a bigger pain in the ass, longer recovery time, all this shit. I'm so fucking annoyed. I'm so fucking annoyed that people just like, hey, I'll do it. And then you reach out and like, oh yeah, I meant like under certain circumstances. Okay, well you made room for the cat, right? So you'd have room for a cat. And my other issue is I'm learning now that this cat, Marge, does not necessarily get along with other cats. Put a lot of tension at that fucking cage. So I don't know, man. I'm burnt out, man. I don't really know what to do. So if anybody's got any fucking advice, anybody wants to fucking support the Bedlock Boys, make sure you're following the channel. I'm not even going to pretend like I'm not a little grossed out by it, but it is what it is. By the way, now I know why when I got a bad vibe the whole time I was at that cat cafe last time I went. And that's because this whole gay campaign against me probably had already started. And now it makes total sense, because but then when you put it into perspective and you're like, oh, you got emails from weirdos from Reddit. Oh yeah, of course. You thought I was probably a child molesting school shooter.
Yeah, we're gonna show Mersh by making cats' lives more miserable because I want to harm animals to get back at Mersh.
By limiting my access to local cat rescues that do good work. That's what they did. And it's that's bizarre to me. And I'm not one to troll shield or a moral fag, but I don't remember a time in
it's a weird own.
I don't remember a time in the history of our inception that we've ever been let's go after that. Let's go after this fucking animal.
You know, it'd be really funny if we stopped him from donating money to charity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They blocked me on Instagram. So they've now limited my access to active cat charities in the area. So when I find a problem situation, I have you know what I mean? You're literally just I'm not the troll shield, but you are now just fucking over cats. I could never do it because I can't even work with a cat charity without a fucking weird stalker podcaster trying to somehow dick block that. Oh yeah, we just made it harder to find Marge a home. We beat Mersh. Those kind of people, you get I'll always have to deal with them. So I can't even do the kind of sleazy shit I'd love to do that I always joke about. But you guys could get away with the sleazy shit I joke about because you don't have faggots trying to make sure cats don't have homes. Let me go to those lines, bro.
Wow. And the Grint in his panic turned tail like a hussy. He ran and called out, "I'll go to Biloxi."
All right, now is it working? Hi, everybody. I know it's super fucking late or early, depending on what your lifestyle is. But yeah, I was gonna go live earlier. I didn't want to cut into anybody else's time. I know Frozen went live around 9 tonight. I know, there was Scampoli was live. So I just, I don't know. I was going to go live a couple hours ago. And then I kind of needed my navigation because there was some detours. And then I don't know. I got sidetracked. Oh, and my new mount fell off my dash, and I had to fix that. What is this fucking truck doing, bro? What is this guy doing? Oh, this guy's just at a fucking total stop. Yo, what the fuck was that? Dude, I've seen the wildest shit on this trip tonight. By the way, I want to say, but yeah, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And I wanted to give a late shout out and thank you and an I'm sorry to Zen Rhino, who sent me a Christmas card. And honestly, I didn't notice it. There was another thing I ordered that I bought to mark where I buried Cassidy. And apparently that arrived 2 weeks ago too, and I didn't even fucking realize it. But I wanted to thank Zen Rhino. He sent a Christmas card, and I know I've told people before, I don't really check my mail, and when I do, it just piles up, and it's all junk mail. And so it was like, that's why I hate junk mail, because his card was just buried in junk mail. And I had a toll enforcement invoice that I had to pay, and I didn't want to, like, I don't like taking long trips, and I get neurotic. I start to worry about the, you know, getting pulled over, or having a suspended license and not realizing it, which is like a total white person move. So I was like, I just don't want to make sure. So I was just grabbing this toll enforcement thing in this pile of mail. And then I was like, oh shit, sorry, Zen Rhino. You probably just thought I was like, you know, sandbagging him or something. But I just saw that card on the way out the door. So thank you, man. I am broadcasting on Prism through a custom RNTMP. So I'm live on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble, our home on Rumble. So I'm using that new static stream key beta. So I apologize in advance. I cannot read the chat. I'm almost to where I gotta be anyway, so I can't read the chat. I don't want to crash either. But if you do donate a super chat or whatever, I will read super chats to, when I do a stream either tomorrow or the next day. I'll go back and read them retroactively. This has been one of the worst drives I've ever taken on I-10. I actually drove through an exploded deer carcass that not only did I drive through it, I watched the fucking truck that hit it, and it was gruesome. The truck was ahead of me, so I didn't see the impact. I just saw the truck suddenly, like, jerk, you know, and, like, smash into something. Guts. But I totally missed the Buc-ee's on the way. I wanted to stop there. I mean, I'll stop on the way home, but, you know, they're kind of conservative Christians, so I wanted to see how done up it was for Christmas. But yeah, so I stopped at this gas station just now. I'm trying to get gas and trying to use the bathroom because I haven't peed in forever. I haven't eaten all day, by the way. I have not eaten in over 24 hours. But I get to this, like, whatever, rest area, and I stop to get gas. I go in, I'm going to take a piss, and there's this guy standing outside the men's bathroom. There's a men and a women's room. And I'm like, shit, somebody, I'm like, you on the line? And he's like, yeah, there's somebody in there. And I'm like, and he's like really weird about it. I'm like, okay. And, you know, I wait a minute, whatever. And, like 2 minutes later, this fucking chick comes out. Not a tranny either. It was a chick. She's a dumpy looking chick, but it was a chick. It was not a dude. And she came out of the men's bathroom and she's like, thanks. And then the both of them walk away. And I'm like, what the fuck was that about? It was just odd to me. I don't know why. Because I guess, like, my mentality is like, all right, if I'm breaking, unless she was like a female to male and just like really like not even trying yet, she did have a flannel on, but she seemed like a regular woman. I think they had a kid with them too. But my whole thing is like, I've gone into the women's room before and had somebody do lookout. Obviously not a woman's, like a ladies' room that has like, you know, just a swinging door on a hinge with no lock. But if it's a lockable bathroom, I used to wreck the women's bathroom at King Corona in Ybor. But like if I'm watching the door and my chick's using the men's room and a guy comes up, I'd be like, yeah, my chick's in there. You just use the ladies' room. Who cares? So I don't know what that was about. But anyway, I just wanted to stream a little bit on the road on the way in. I don't even know how many people are watching. I don't know who cares. Again, it's custom RTMP. I won't be able to see unless I go to restream. I can't see any super chats. If anybody does super chat and I don't read it, don't get mad. I'll come back, and when I'm doing a stream where I don't have to have my eyes on the road, we'll retroactively read those super chats. Or if I can't read them, I'll at least thank you for them. So I am off to the tournament, and I'm not gonna, it's funny, I'm gonna go play in this tournament, and I've had no sleep. I have no sleep. I'm gonna be getting there early, but I don't have a room until today, which means I won't be able to check in until, I don't know, if I'm lucky, noon, but we'll see. I don't know. It's the holidays, and I think this place is gonna be a ghost town, so I'm sort of hoping they'll give me early check-in, because the way the MGM rewards thing works, right? Like, if I have the black status, like the noir status, I'm guaranteed all that shit. But with gold status, you gotta pay $40 for guaranteed early check-in, which, if I'm going to Vegas or something, I would do that. Maybe even if I was going to, like, the Borgata. But the Beau Rivage at Christmas, I don't think it's going to be popping. So I'm hoping that I will still get early check-in. And instead of paying them $40, I'll just give $20 to whoever gives me early check-in. So that's where I'm at now. I'm headed out there. Essentially, you know, my family isn't going to meet up until next month. So I have this Christmas vacation time. It's not like I'm going to be doing a show, but I have a bunch of last-minute end-of-the-year use it or lose it shit. Because MGM now, that's what they do. They don't let you carry any of your shit over the next year. But I'll have 0 points, 0 comp, 0 anything. And then you have to earn enough points to keep the gold. So, but all the shit I have just sitting there, I have like $170-something in comps. I got 150 in free play, which they're just going to give me for going to stay there. The room for 3 nights is free. So if I convert the comps into free play, I'm talking, I got like, I don't know, $300 or so in free play. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna get in this slot tournament. We're gonna see what the dealio is. Hopefully I win. And I'm gonna be dog-ass tired with no sleep for like over 24 hours. Popping Adderall. I'm gonna fucking have a few drinks, loosen up. And I gotta go to the rewards desk, and I have to have them explain to me like I'm 5 years old how their tournament works. But like I said, I don't even know if I'm talking to anybody right now. I don't know how many people are tuned in. I don't know if anyone is tuned in. But my God, what a fucking drive. What a crazy drive. Watching that dude waste that deer was not fun.
I'll go play some blackjack. I'll go play some slots. I'll go make some money and buy some view bots. And he lost all his coins. Then he lost a few more. Then the Grint thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe cat grifts, he thought, are just making me poor. Maybe Catsmas, perhaps, means a little bit more. What happened then? Well, the Grint lost his shirt, and the Grint's small heart grew a couple tree sizes and hurt. And the minute his heart couldn't handle more smoke, he whizzed back in his chair and had a quick stroke.
Antidepressant says he did it at fucking work. All right, he needs to be. That was fucked up. I just had a fucking... Whoa.
That was actually a good thing. That was actually... I'm actually happy that happened. That was. Let's finish this up, shall we? I've only got one last page. And he came back to and had no food in the least. And he himself, the GRINT, ate fancy feast. The end. A Hollywood Christmas classic. So, I guess the moral of the story there is, well, I guess I had to eat cat food because I'm poor. And it's a true story. Wow. Another Catsmas miracle here at Nightwave. Man, the last thing I ate was actually, well, it wasn't me, it was my butt, and it was my pants. Yoinks. Aw, who's a Snookums? Look who came to visit me. Oh, no! Ow, ow! You fucking bitch! You stupid sack of fur! Get the... Whoa. Oh, Mercy Bones lost it for a second there. Let me just take a quick... So pretty much just a regular Christmas for me. Thanks, everybody. No Christmas cards this year because of Pod Awful.
Bethany James says, is there an RTC Christmas card this year? Honestly, the thought didn't even occur to me until like 2 days ago, and I don't know if we would be able to facilitate that this year. I mean, we might have to settle for a fucking digital version this year, and I know that's kind of a letdown. But truth be told, last year, what was the price tag on that? It was disgusting. I remember that. I remember we got pushed into like a fucking scenario where we had to deliver. So I used this expensive ass print on demand mailing company. And boy, did they rape us. I mean, it was fucking brutal. It was something like, what was it? Like $5,000 or something like that. And we don't make that kind of money. Guys, if you didn't get your card, I apologize. We had some issues with that. Just as far as, really the truth is the cards were so expensive. There were so many people that wanted cards. The cards the bill for the cards was very expensive. And the reason they didn't go out on time is because we literally have a point of sale limit, and it was over that, and we had to like work that out with the bank. But enjoy your cards. They weren't cheap. Merry Christmas. It's not like the fucking Pod Awful crowd is celebrating Christmas, so.
All right, let's check the cat grift cam here for a second. Just see what's going on over on the cat grift cam. Oh, there they are. Look at them. Eating my food. The only food I've got. Let me read your super chats while we check out the grift cam here. Lucas Malagoo gifted 10 memberships. Thank you. 07's in chat to Lucas. Bishop Borg says, Merry Christmas, Jesse. We love you. Okay, see, this is it. You blew the bit too early here. You get so excited. You just get so excited, and you can't stop. By the way, Kimberly Nicholson says, for $5, $5 buccarinos, Merry Christmas, everyone, and Merry Christmas to you and your family and everybody you hold dear. Kimberly, we love you because you're one of the old ladies that watches Nightwave. And we love you so much. Or me, Royce, the whole Nightwave family. Have you ever seen Frozen Asian? He's got like a big upside down Mr. Potato Head body. Kimberly, we love our old women here. Wow, only $37 for Christmas. Not looking good. Looks like I'm going to have to cancel Christmas in January with the family, unfortunately. Lucas, again, $10. He sends in $10. 07, Lucas. Thank you so much. See what's going on in the grift cam. 2 kitty cats. I might have to run out there in my sock feet real quick. See what's going on. I might have to take a look at these kitty cats. a real good hard look. Maybe snatch one up, see how it tastes. Alan Powell, $5 says, Mersh, could you stop contacting my family members on social media? They all think you are one of those who's you hate so much. Okay, listen, the thing is, first, Alan Powell, first he was an Owen Benjamin guy, okay? He was one of the Bears. That's what we're dealing with here, people. Then he was a me guy, which is even worse. Where did that echo? Is that inside my head? I really could use some human food, people. $37 isn't going to cut it. I might have to start doing a dog grift, too. Anyway, Alan Powell, get out of here. You wasted your time. Actually, it was you who wasted your time and money trolling me. $5 and I've already spent 3 minutes talking about you, melting down about it. I lost 15 more hairs on the back of my head. You know, I'm a balding from the front type guy. Full Norwood. Now I'm losing them on the crown, okay? And it's because of guys, ex-Bears like Alan Powell. Towns sends 20 memberships, 20 more memberships from Towns. Thank you so much, Towns, for the... I don't know what that does over here on Rumble, by the way. Because I don't know if you know this, but I got even though I am secretly still streaming to YouTube, I do have an exclusivity contract with Rumble. Please don't tell them that I am streaming to Nightwave Live over on YouTube. Not sure how that works. Mike and Jules for $2 says, Pod Awful's watching. Okay, you know what? Listen, Mike, Red Bar, I'm going to let that slide, okay? Why? Because I'm a pathetic loser. And when Red Bar attacks me, what do I say? I say, I respect you. You're Jewish. I'm on my knees. I'm bowing toward you. You're the king. You're the king in my crossed eyes. I think you're the king. Now, if anybody else makes fun of me, well, then, you know, they're a Spurg, obviously. But, oh, so Pod Awful's watching me. Okay, Pod Awful. Okay. What's going on with these cats, by the way? I don't know. Something about them. They're starting to look like dancing turkey legs to me. One of them just turned into a giant dancing watermelon, and suddenly I'm wearing a neckerchief and I'm holding a giant fork and knife. Hang on a second. Don't mind that. That wasn't me doing that. I'm actually I've got a new glue grift going on. Don't worry about that sound. Pod Awful Savage Clips. Angie's random edits for five Canadian. Okay, could be better, but $5 Canadian. Merry Catsmas, everyone, and a Merry Catsmas to you all, by the way. Wow, I mean, where would I be if it wasn't for the Spurgs in chat? Truly, think about it for a second. I'd probably be in Biloxi on Christmas. Okay, never mind. I am Hawk for $9.99 says Merry Kwanzaa, Grint. Thank you so much. And by the way, Hawk, and to all the other who's out there watching, you know, my heart has grown a couple of tree sizes today, and I vow to not steal your kitty cats anymore. All you have to do is cut me in on your scams, okay? $9.99, pretty good. Listen, I would work for a lot cheaper. Do you know how much they paid me at the strip club? Like, honestly, they paid me in drink tickets, which was better than what I got for stand-up. Stand-up, they asked me to leave. Provo PM sends 10 gifts. Thank you, Provo PM. Please do not tell Rumble about this. Dro Leo for 20 says, Merry Christmas to the greatest guy with the best show. Me, Dr. Mersh. Nightwave Radio. And by the way, Nightwave, the B show, okay? The A show is always going to be Revenge of the Sis. And if you didn't know, and I'm not kidding, and I only just looked this up recently for this very project, it turns out the A show and the B show are actually wrestling terms. That's right. So even when we're just talking about that, it's still wrestling. So to all my adult baby wrestling lovers out there, this one's coming. I'm coming down from the top rope on your Christmas and some other wrestling term. I don't know. Gimmick, Zabata. Did you know that's a term? Zabata. Sheila Aliens just joined as a member. Thank you, Sheila Aliens. All right, well, let me count this all up. And, carry the 2, carry my GRINT, and $57.95. Well, listen, all of that's going into slot machines for sure, okay? But I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to grift appropriately to make my way all the way to New York to visit my family. The family, when it comes to Christmas in January. You know, the normal thing people do where they don't, somehow all year long, they weren't able to plan for Christmas, the day that comes every year on the same date. Somehow we just couldn't get our schedules together. You know, my family were busy being wives and husbands and having children and having jobs. And I was busy shining my gun before sticking it in my mouth. Let's check the grift cam, see what's happening over there. Okay, just some cats sitting there staring and stirring. Anyway, yeah, so the family was really, really busy. So what I ended up doing was I called him up about half a week ago, and I said to him, I called him up about half a week ago, and I said to him, and listen, this is what I said to him, okay? About half a week ago, I called him up, and I said, what if we did Christmas together? And they said, and then they heard me cock the gun. And that's when I find a lot of times, this happens in McDonald's drive-thrus for me as well. I find when you hear that sound, suddenly you start gaining a lot of respect or maybe sympathy. You know, the gun was pointed at my own head. I can't shoot a bullet through the phone. So all of a sudden, their tune started to change. And my sister said, why don't you come up in January, visit us? We'll go to your nephew's grave. And I said, perfect. That sounds just depressing enough to work. Let me do this. Let me get my metal card they gave me, the sucker, at the casino. I'll go. I'll get as many grift bucks as possible. I'll double down at the casino, and I'll have just enough. Oh, wait. Oh, kitty cat. Kitty cat, he's sneaking up. He's sneaking around from behind. Okay, what's he going to do? He's going to eat food? I couldn't have seen this coming. This is like a revelation. Thank God I'm streaming this to YouTube. I'm not kidding. If this cat grift doesn't work out for me, this is going to be Mershy's last Christmas. I gave you my cats. Oh, we got a super chat. Oh, thank fucking Christ. Magnus sends in $10. He says, Merry Christmas. Get yourself some Meow Mix on me. Oh. I get a little wet and a little dry. You know, I like to mix it. I take my index finger and I mix it together. And sometimes what I do is sometimes I talk like a wigger. Yeah, I'm into rap music. But I like eating, listen, I like wet food. I like dry food. Sometimes I even get fancy enough that I just get a can of real human tuna. Not tuna made from humans, but like the kind that a guy would eat, you know, which is pretty special for me. Jake Damon sends in $1.99. Couldn't have rounded that up to $2, huh? You really got to who me out of 1 penny. He says, you disgust me in every way imaginable. Thank you, Jake. 07's in chat. Thank you so much for that. And remember, if you don't want to be whoish for this cat's miss, please send in full round dollar amounts. Those aren't rookie scores. This isn't Dave Portnoy, okay? And by the way, Dave Portnoy, you know, my boy Alex Stein really made him look like a simp. I mean, for a second, like in an instant, if Dave Portnoy asked me to do anything, I'm just having a daydream out loud here. But if Dave Portnoy asked me to do anything, and by the way, if you didn't understand, I am vamping in order to receive more super chat. Here's what I thought would happen, and this is me being real, the real me being real. I was hoping that no one would send any super chats to make this even more pathetic. But I am vamping so that I can get as many as possible. The show was over, I want to say 10 minutes ago, okay? But if I just keep talking and... Sorry, I'm wetly smoking. Give me 1 second. If I just keep vamping, then people will feel desperate and sad enough for me that they might send in a few more. Oh, here we go. Alan Powell for $2 says, are you smoking catnip again? Listen, man, I've been trying to kick the habit, you know? Like, the thing is an episode of Nightwave without catnip just... it's not that good. Bishop Borg for 10 Canadian says 2024 year of the dog grift. You know, I'm not really, I mean, I like dogs, you know, like Royce's dog was a great dog, but I'm more of a cat lady than a dog guy because of my genitals. Beef Durkee for $9.99. Just make it 10 for the love of God. I literally could use the penny. I've been taking smashed pennies from the arcade, you know, where you run them through the machine and it prints something on top of them. I've been trying to straighten those back out to regular pennies. Beef Durkee says, love the Guns for Tards merch. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, Guns for Tards. That's something that's definitely still relevant and makes sense. Greg Lambert for $7.99. Merry Christmas, Mershel. Put this towards a personal trainer, champ. Okay, what? Hey. What the heck? What's going on with the stream? Oh, no! No! But we'll see you next year, and don't join Jesse's Pizza Fund. Whatever you do, Podawful.Pizza, don't do it.